Okay, so this is gonna be my first video that I post onto my YouTube channel, I guess. Just a quick rundown. I'm Emily. I'm 32 and I am from the Midwest, and I have 5 beautiful, amazing children. 4 of them are living and 1 is up here in the sky, which is why I am out here gonna make this video and probably all my other ones. This channel is gonna be about how I have been through some stuff, like major stuff, in my young, short 32 years of life. I have gone through, what is it, four every parent's or caregiver's like worst nightmares, like 4 of them, and I'm 32. Those are, and these I'm gonna start making like tons of videos, maybe recordings, I don't even know, like voice recordings. The first thing of every parent's worst nightmare, I think, would be losing your child, having your child pass away. So, yes, that is number 1 for me. It is going on 5 years now. We're at the 4.5 year mark. The 3 year mark was very hard for me. Very, very hard for me. I really don't remember the first 1.5 to 2 years after he passed away. I was lost. I was very heartbroken. I was upset. Obviously, I was grieving, and I was drowning. And I was trying to tread water while I was already drowning. I did what I thought at the time, I did the best I could at the time. I have, mental health issues, which I'm gonna go into and whatever, like later. And so it's, with those mental health issues comes along like injuries to my brain, because the brain is an organ. It's damaged. It's injured. And so when he passed away, that obviously, I was treading water while drowning. That's literally the only way I can describe how and what it would be like. I was going through the motions. I was on autopilot. I don't know where we spent Christmas. I don't know what I got the kids. I don't even know if I got the kids anything. I don't know where we spent Thanksgiving. I 100,000% do not remember. The only thing that I remember is me going to my room and laying down on the bed. Meanwhile, I'm still going through the recovery of my first C-section, and I was still going through like the postpartum, like I was going through everything that a person goes through when they have a child and get to go home with the child. So I was, having the bleeding. I was having, I had to dry up my milk because he obviously wasn't gonna drink it. The postpartum hair loss, the saggy tummy from your baby no longer being there. And so I remember just going to the room, getting his bear that was his first teddy bear, and probably his only teddy bear. Actually, no, I get him stuffed animals, but they used it to prop up his feet and his arms and stuff, so that way he wouldn't get bed sores and stuff. And so I the only thing I remember is going to my room, laying on the bed with all the lights off, getting his bear, and just crying crocodile tears, and just the bear is just soaking up all of my tears, and I'm crying, and I'm just aching to hold my baby. My body was literally craving to hold my baby. And I couldn't. He was already gone. I never want to feel that horrible, aching, wanting, pleading feeling ever again in my life. It was the darkest time for me. And my family's shit. I have 3 people in my family that either don't hate me or don't hate me, and I mean, they might hate me, but they're still supporting me, and they're still around me. I don't know, but I was so broken. I was so broken. So broken. I got on medicine. I tried different ones. It took a while to get me, balanced enough to be able to eat, shower. I was taking care of, my 2-year-old at the time. And I know that I was taking care of her because, I have pictures on my phone that I guess I took. And, she looks so happy and just so beautiful, and just she didn't even know how broken I was. I started in counseling.
And it's been a rough road since then. And that was in 2021. And time doesn't heal it. It just I guess kind of gets into it. Just eventually one day it just kind of like, I guess for me, it just kind of like clicked one day, like, I guess, and I was like, it is what it is, I guess, like, and like, you'd think you'd have like support when like your freaking newborn passes, like people would, I don't know, maybe bring food, offer to buy you food, cook food, offer to take the kids off your hands, and stuff like that. And I don't believe I got any of that. I mean, I don't remember, obviously, but every time I ask or I say stuff, nobody's like, oh yeah, I made you spaghetti, or I brought you this, because I'm just genuinely not cared about, and you will find out why with these series. At his 3-year mark, I had a mental breakdown. And I made, one bad decision. And that's a story. I promise that's a story. And now that bad decision is just constantly being thrown in my face, constantly used as like a fucking, grab 4 cards from Uno or something. Like, they just like to use it. And it's overplayed, like, it is what it is. I owned up to what happened. And I can see and understand why so many addicts, or people who are in recovery or something, why they relapse. Because I learned today, November 30th of 2025, how fake, how manipulative, and how fucking rude pretty much everyone in my life is, except for maybe 10 people, maybe 15. And it hit me today that I'm just not liked. I'm not loved. I'm not cared about or thought about in any good ways. And I'll get into that. But it just, every day or every week or every month or every year, something happens in my life that I have absolutely no intention of any of it happening, obviously. But something happens every freaking year, month, day, whatever, and it's like, there's no way this is my life. There's no way this is my life. So, this channel or name or whatever, is going to be that there's no way this is my life, because there's just no way. After today and being told like how people, or a couple people really actually feel about me after weeks of being nicey nice and da and, you know, calling CPS on me probably twice, knowing full well that I have so much going on and I've been through so much. I've already lost a kid that I will never see again. I will never hear him cry. I never heard him cry. I have no idea what he sounds like. And I will never know. I will never know. And today I was reminded that it doesn't matter how much work you do on yourself, or how much you work on fixing your mistakes, or work on getting better. The people who, at least in my life, the people who say they support me and are proud of me or whatever, I always find out how they really feel about me, and it's obviously never anything good. People assume so much, like the worst about me, all because of like what other people say or how they feel about me, and it's just like I'm not even given a chance to show who I really am. Like, everybody has these wild assumptions of me, and it's like I have worked so hard to try to be better, try to be a better mom, try to be a better daughter, try to be a better person. Even though I don't feel like I was a bad person, I was young, you know, younger, you know, and, you know, but like, I've worked so hard. I really have. And, today, it just reminded me of how fake, how mean, and how uncared for and how unloved I really am. And how ugly, like, not ugly people, but they think so many ugly thoughts about me and how I spend my money. You know, just pretty much everything. Apparently I'm not allowed to complain. I can't have a bad day. Or it's like I'm labeled as psychotic, schizophrenic, you know, blah, 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 blah. I get CPS called on me. Like, literally live my life and tell me how well your head would be. So, anyways, there's no way this is my life. It's gonna be the title of this. I have so much stuff to tell, and I'm gonna try really hard to keep making the videos, but I'm busy, I'm forgetful, my brain is broken, it's damaged, and if it just had the right support, like a broken bone or a broken back or a punctured lung, if I had the right support and enough support, I could and would be able to be, my brain would be able to heal faster. And you know, all the people who I thought loved and supported me didn't, and don't. Basically, it was all just lies. And today, again, there's no way this is my life, but today it really put into perspective how shitty people think I am. How shitty of a person they think I am. Person, mom, just. And it's like, if you know me and you know of everything that I've been through, what the fuck kind of person are you to say and talk to me how you did? That's gonna have to be a story for tomorrow. I'm gonna screenshot. There's just no way this is my life. I'm serious. I'm 100,000% serious that this, if you watch this, if you go to my channel, whatever, you go to my TikTok, whatever, you will not be disappointed. You will not. I could have a Lifetime movie, a Netflix series, or a real fucking live TV camera crew about my life, and you would hear me say and see me be like, there's no way this is my life, so many times in 1 year that I really don't even know. Like, I just don't get it. I could really use a break. Like, I could just really use a break and the right love and the right support and the right understanding. But I guess once you fuck up once, you're just fucked up, and you can never get better. You'll never be better. At least that's how like 99% of everybody in my life and family think and view. I'm a fuck up. I'm a mess up. I'm a shitty person. I'm a shitty mom. So honestly, I'm gonna cry a lot in like all of my videos because my life is just there's just no way this is my life, because it's too fucking much. It's too fucking much. And some days anyway, just some days suck, and today is one of those days. And I seem to have so many of them all the time, and I'm just over it. I'm over it. Anyways, watch it, don't watch it, share it, don't share it. I really don't care, but this is gonna be like my new therapy and journal and whatever. So yeah, I need to go wash my face and blow my nose and all this stuff. But again, I promise you will not be disappointed. You will not. Yeah, so enjoy the moon if you like that stuff. If not, then whatever.